Good morning, Vectorize channel. Welcome, my friends. Let's get started to a new day here on the Vectorize. So I'm very excited to start here with you a new lesson. So say a big hello to me on the chat and I will know if you are here already. Okay? So very welcome. Anyway, we are starting in just 1 minute and a half. Alright? I will bring to you here a very awesome lesson. So if you want to develop kind of logo designs or icons, think that it is more simplified, this lesson is gonna be perfect for you. All right, we're gonna use here Affinity Design 2.0 and I will keep you updated about awesome tips, everything that is related to the illustration, graphic design, everything else as well. So meanwhile, grab your water before we start, and it's important to drink water. Hello, Artrick and Jhon is here as well. Alright, I've prepared here a very easy lesson and awesome one, so you can be prepared to learn with me today, alright? And also in the end of this live stream, I will review here some of the submissions of sent by the club. Hello, Aileen. Nice. And of course, if you are a member on the club, you can send to me your design, all right, in case that you want to get feedbacks here during the live stream. The feedbacks is made to help you, to guide you in where you can improve your design, in the aspect that I can give you the directions, the proper directions. So let's get started in 5 seconds. And I just want to say hello to all my friends that is here, including you if you are new here. Hello my friend, I'm Jhon Silva. Welcome to the Vectorize channel, and today I want to bring here a very awesome lesson. All right, here as you can see, it's my studio, and I want to give you this quick introduction about what we're gonna be doing today. First of all, I like to express and show to you how you can make your life easier with my tips. All right, so this is something that I'm very looking forward to show you right now. As you see here, okay, there is the logo tips for vector artists or graphic designers, things that is related to the visual. So if you love to make visuals, all right, this is gonna be a very awesome lesson, because I've just structured everything to be simple for you to understand. All right, so we have here four main topics that we're gonna make it in a simplified way for you. The ones that I consider that is very important. I want to say hello to Wendy. Hello, thank you guys for letting me know that is everything good. Thank you. Vela's here. Kina, hello. Okay, so here I will start by telling you this. All right, if we're doing logo designs or anything that it is simplified, I'll give you these tips, which is the make it simple. Make it simple. What I mean about make it simple? Well, first of all, when you start to create logo designs, you need to define the archetype of your design. What I mean about this, the archetype in terms of, let's say, technical aspect, it is when you have just to bring this resume. The archetype, it is when you make something very recognizable for everyone. All right, so if you make a logo design like a shark in something like nearby to the sea, or in a close to a beach, that case you will warn everybody that there is a shark in there. So it's something that human collective unconscious. All right, I want to bring this explanation here because you guys can take a screenshot and grab to yourself. All right, so when you are working with logos is basically symbols. All right, it's representation of a branding, and it's basically resonate in that target audience. I have here a nice example about this. All right, I have a very nice example. So here I want to start this lesson by showing you this. Well, what do you think it is, this logo here? I just have these questions. Let me know, what do you think it is, this logo here? This this logo design? Let me know. Which one do you think it is? This one? I will be waiting on the chat to see your answers. But meanwhile, I just want to let you know that since you have a delay to get the answer, all right, is the shell. So shell is here. Look at the symbol. We have here a silhouette, right? Exactly. It's the shell. And we have the symbol, all right? We have the symbol here, the silhouette. It's a very simplified one. So if we now make this in color, let's say in color without the silhouette, this is the result that we get. And look here, these details that the shell did in terms of logo design. They made these lines here. It's very recognizable. You can see this when you are a car, and if you are, you know, very far away, even if it's raining or night, you can recognize this color, because yellow and red, it is very markable color. It's calls really a good attention, you know. There are most of the beers here in Brazil are very in red and yellow. So I hope this makes sense regarding this archetype that we have here, right? It's very memorable. And make it symbolic and use the silhouettes, okay? So when you are creating logo, it is important that you make everything like a symbol. It needs to be very rememberable. And also the silhouettes, if you focus on the silhouette like we have here, all right, this is a symbol. And if we just turn on the silhouette, you're gonna have this result. So what makes a silhouette good? It is the shape, right? So a good shape is gonna always make a good silhouette. I hope this makes sense. So now if you go to this option here, now that you understand this first, make it simple, I will tell you this, all right? This is not a rule, but this is just a recommendation and tip. So avoid textures, all right? I will explain this better now. Textures usually brings too much small informations. So when we are talking about textures, I need to tell you, now textures are a pattern, all right? Here, for example, we have a pattern in this design. You can recognize that. What are the patterns here? We have the lines going on in this direction. And also imagine that if the shell includes these details here, because as you can see, patterns are everything that is repeatable, okay? Here, this is pattern. It's something that it repeats. This can make the design too busy. And if you want to use textures, please try to make the texture simplified, okay? Let me explain this better. For example, I will show you this very nice example now. Not anymore the shell, because we have here a new example. This design here, the Pringles ones. This one, as you can see. Well, the Pringles design, if you take a look in this design here, you see that they have, changed from this to this design. And here on this multi-stage, you can see that we have some kind of textures going on here, all right? It's a very simplified texture, but it still is a textures. It's represented by line, because this is how they are representing the lines of the hair, okay? And this is something that you need to really take into consideration, that today the logo designs that we have on the market, it is almost 100% simplified. So you don't have here lines, you don't have many things going on. And I'd say that they are doing that because they want to make something very easy to see, easy to recognize, because our eyes here, once you look at this, your eyes will try to understand each one of these single decisions in visuals, okay? Make sense? So try to make your design simple, because you're gonna make it more memorable, easily more memorable. Make sense? This is so important because I don't want to get this very technical, but I think that it's important that I make this clear for you. I don't know if you are a logo designer, but I just decided to bring here this lesson because it's nice for us to recognize this kind of market standards. So yeah, they have simplified, as you see, in terms of lines and texturing. Even this detail here, you can see that there were some shadows, and in the new one you don't have any shadow. So yeah, and here, let me back to our map. This is my guideline for you to make this lesson great. Well, any questions until here? It's all good, I hope so. Yeah, red does, Tick said red does means danger though. Well, it depends, it really depends. Red also means love, the heart, it is usually in love. So when, let's say the Valentine's Days is all red, so it doesn't mean always red. It depends about the context in the shape that you apply. If you apply very sharp edges of your shape and then you apply red, it's gonna be something more dangerous. All right, so it's always depend about the context. All right, so some places, some worlds, some cultures, the red is something different. There are Western culture, Asian culture, so they see, let's say, in some places, red is something that you can cross the street. It's negative. For my mind, it doesn't work because red is positive. Okay, and the green actually, the green for me is positive, but for some cultures it can be, let's say, something like poison, cautious. Exactly. Kina said there are many cultural perspectives about color that aren't universal. Yeah, exactly. So here, continue the beauty and memorable design. Good brand and logo can be easily recognizable, as I've been repeating this a lot today, because I want to make clear that you understand 100%. This happens because of the shapes and how the color is attached to that experience as well. I have here more examples regarding this, very great ones, but I will start here first of all with the silhouettes. So here, as you can see, we have some example of logo designs. Okay, this one, and well, you can start already to recognize this. Of course, it's very obvious because it's it's just the very famous iconic fruit that we have in the world, and this one as well. Although I don't like to eat this because it's junk food, it's not healthy. And here, I love New York, that you see in every clothes. Here I would deactivate the color overlay just to have this result. So each one you're gonna have impact. This Apple logo, it is a kind of the old ones. I think it's 90. I don't remember which year it is, but it's a kind of old one. So the McDonald's here, the yellow, red, they did it that way because they really want to call attention on the streets. They want to people see, even if it's raining, if full of dark, you can see these colors in very, far away, like it's call attention. And yeah, there are others, but each one that are particularly, but they are, simple. They are simple. Because if you take a look here in this example, in this one, look, the Pepsi logo designs, the very old ones. Look at this. So this is the Pepsi logo design. Look at this. In 1995, and then they have grown to this, and here there is a the top thing of the thing. And here there is, I'd say, can you see here, it's a pattern. There is a pattern going on over here, and patterns in terms of branding, it's not that it takes a lot of information, and then they simplify it to this one. I like this a lot, to be honest. It's really clean, and then they went to this design, which is until today. Okay, so here is the age of each decision, and some brands don't change too often because they don't want to lose the mark of that, the bottle cap. Yeah, thanks. I'm not very good with words. I always forget about how to pronounce these words. Thanks guys for your support on the chat. And you know, makes sense. I hope so. So let's dig into the class, because let's see if it's something remain still missing, and where to develop. I will explain this in the end of the stream, so stay here with me, because you will be able to learn a lot as well until the final. Okay, leave the like, my friend, if you're enjoying this stream. Okay, if leave the like, because YouTube will make this let's say more visible to people. Alright, so let's get started, my friend, finally, after this class, theoretical class. I hope this is clear. The things that I teach you here, let's say, I think that there is a lot of value, mainly for people that wants to, increase more the knowledge about creating art, graphic design, illustrations. All of these are together. They are, in the same page. Okay. Here I have some references that I want to show you, which is this one. I want to do here a kind of logo design, okay, but more iconic. I don't want to make a, let's say, a very abstract logo design. I want to do this. I did here a sketch because I like to make the class, let's simplify it for you. In that case, I have here this drawing that I made. This is the drawing that I made based in this reference, in this idea. And I've changed a lot of things here. I've made very simplified, but I can give you some tips about drawing in that case before we go into the vector right now. But here, just to let you know what are my decisions that I made this in this aspect here. So I wanted to create here this kind of tower. You can see here, it could be a tower like the lighthouse tower in the that protects the the navigators. And yeah, there are many things going on. There are some kind of sharp edges here, because as you see, the anchor are usually very heavy. There are some, you need to understand the archetype. So the archetype here that we have, it is a head shape. You can see that there is a trapezoid here going on, which makes this more heavy with a solid base. Okay, I don't want to make this very complicated, but I just want to inform you that there are meaning for each thing that you place here. There are meaning. Don't just do things without thinking of the meaning. If there is no meaning in what you are creating, you cannot expect to have something good. There's need to have meaning. All right, in life as well. Here, what I did, it is to create the mirror symmetry, and then I did this just to exemplify how I made these decisions in terms of drawing. Okay, let me make this into here. I'll create a new layer. I already created. So what I did, basically, it is this. I made this shape like that. Okay, and then what I did, it is to first build this simplified shapes. Circle, we have a circle here, we have a line here, and boom, in this design that we have is already, it could be already a logo design. This one here, just this line. If I make this in silhouette right now, look how easy is this. What you see, we have a circle in black, can be black circle. We have can be a rectangle for here, because I will change this later. And then I use it can be the pen tool like that. I will make it like this, because I will do this. Look, I'll convert this to curves, expand this to here, and bring this to here, simple like that. Okay, and then duplicate this, rotate, and bring this onto here. I could finish this lesson right now. Hey, the anchor is right on. So, but it's not the case. Let me convert this to curves and expand this to here, and there we go. I have here an anchor already. This could be a logo design. Of course, in terms of having a better shape, you need to polish the design. All right. So if you take less than 10 minutes to build a logo design, don't stop in there. It's not gonna be good. Good logo designs takes really more than 1 week and much more than this. You are not copying from the internet a logo design and then say that it's yours. It's not how it works. So as you see, it's simple to design like that. Okay, I will merge this and you see that this could be a line like that, you know, and then you can work more with the lines and etc. Okay, this is the simplified one, but let's go with a better, you know, design that it's already done. So if you're a beginner, start with simple. You start with simple. You don't need to make very difficult designs. Let me know if it's all working great. Okay, just let me know. It's important to see if all is is doing good on the chat. Crazily on the honestly on the Brazil channel, I have 3,000 3,000 subscribers, and I have more people watching the live stream on the Vectorize here in Brazil than the international channel here. It's crazy, it's not about having, let's say here in this channel I have 18,000 subscribers, and sometimes it's kind of hard to even get 20 people watching the stream. It's really kind of very hard. But anyway, let's do here the vectorize. Okay, I will just decrease here the opacity like that, and I will just create here the vector. I'll be honest with you, I will do this by using symbol because I want to have the mirror. And here on Affinity, we don't have a mirror for vectors yet. I hope they will consider to add this somewhere, sometime, because it's really miss about having a feature like this. I'm just want to let you know that what I will do here is a trick. All right, it's not a feature. So here, what I will do, it is a rectangle like that here. And then look at this. I'll keep this in something like this here, and I will center this in the middle like that. I will call this as part 1. Let me hide everything else because I don't want to make my layers busy. Okay, can be something like this, yeah. And here I will duplicate to another side, to here. Oh, good, perfect. And then what I will do, I'm sorry, let's first create the symbol based in this part 1. Create the symbol, it's created, duplicate into here. Very good. So every time when you draw here inside, let's do this. Oh, look, it's gonna create another side. Okay, this is what we want. But what you need to understand here at this point, it is that you need to flip this one. I will flip by clicking this option, flip it, and then I will vector right now. It's gonna be correct. So if you add here a line, it's gonna add in another area as well. This is my hack to do the mirror effect. Okay, so I will start by vectorizing here. Hello, Pablo Otávio. E aí, cara, beleza? Bem-vindo aí. Guys, I will do this. I will create, for example, in low poly. Low poly means few points. Okay. Oh, I will not make. Can you see that I have a curve here? I will not apply a curve. So using the low poly technique means that I will only focus in few points. Even this area here, I will make it in low poly. Look at this. I have this result. It's already done in the aspect of silhouette. But here, look at this. I will start to polish even more this design by now moving the nodes like that, and here to here. Look, by using my method, I am sure that you're gonna have a easier control over the nodes here as well. Using A, bring this into here, and this as well to here. It's gonna be a kind of sharp edge triangle. as well. This one, let's make this a bit bold and harsh, like this. Nice. And here I can make this like that, open it a bit more. Good. Here, as you see, remember that I need to add a circle here. You can, if you want, you can add a circle here on top. That's fine. Here as well, if it's too hard to, because it's very hard to manage and create a perfect circle by changing the nodes. But as you see here, you know, you can control by pushing then to here. And anyway, I'll add a circle like that. Oh, I like this detail, you know, by this one. I really love it. This kind of triangle here somehow. Like it. And then I'll do this. Let me just fix here. There you go. So we got here the silhouette, which is this one. The very simple one that we have. Okay. And if I activate the pixel, look at this. This is the result that we got already. And we can polish even more this design, like make this a bit bigger. This one as well. There's a triangle here. There you go. I'll apply like this. Press A. I'm using A to modify the nodes. So there are times when you work in the shapes, inside the shapes, and others that you focus more in the nodes management. So I like to have this workflow because for me it's easier and simple to focus on what's matter, is important and relevant. Here I'll make this more like that, kind of sharp. This shape here we need to make simplified. Because what I want to reach here is to have a nice shape, sharp shape. I think that now it's good. Very good. And here in our sketch, we have as well, let me bring this more in this part. We have some inner shapes, which is this one, okay? And what's important in the way that we do here, you see, let me first of all merge everything that I have here. Let me first duplicate this into here, make it as white. This can be like that. I'm just, you know, managing here these curves on top. Now it's time to merge this. You see. I'll merge this one. Merge it. And I'll start to create the inside shapes. Inside shape means what's gonna be included in the middle. Look at this. I will do this detail, which is this one you see soon. I will duplicate this first. I'll duplicate your size. Press E, Ctrl 2, and make this smaller. Let's make this darker. Oh, look, we are starting already to have a nice result regarding the inside shape. What I'm using is the E because the E, which is the contour tool, is responsible for you to make this result here. Okay, makes sense. Look, you can have this in light if you want, like or dark. I'm considering, let me check the reference because we can guide ourselves over. Here we have these sides here, okay, in kind of 3D side. Let me do this now. Could be something like this for now. And also what I need to do in that case, it is to build the rope. I have here a rope. If we take a look in our sketch here, I wanna do that. I think it's gonna be very nice to do this. To make the rope, look at this. I will start by creating as well, can be in low poly. I will do this outside of the symbol and I will start to do this. Look, starting here, look, this will start in this area and then this will be placed in this area as well. following of course this rope here, and it's going to take a place in more or less in this. Let me check here. Yeah, I think that it can cross here, something like that. I'm doing here as well the low poly because I can stretch these lines. Why I'm using pen tool and not the pencil to make this result? Honestly, when you are working with logo designs or things that it's really needs to have precision, you need to have control and less nodes as possible, like I'm doing here right now. So I'm doing this because I really need to have control and less nodes as possible. That makes sense here, like that. Yeah. Yeah, like this. And I can, let's say, continue this one right here. Like, let's see if this will be nice. Convert this to curve. And open this a bit more. This is nice, as you see. I didn't made this in this side. I think that this creates a nice flow, S shape. This one now, as you see. And then I was planning, you know, at the beginning when before I started, I was thinking, hey, what about if I type here a text like anchor? I can test this. I can really test, you know, anchor. This can be placed here below or in the middle. You need to make tests when you are building, not in the immediate result that you see that is gonna be perfect. You always need to play. You always need to see if it's, you know, in the way that you want. But in this text that we have, we could do this. Look, I could apply the mesh. Sorry, I'm gonna use the quad. Quad is better. Quad, and I'll push this here to here. Oh, look, it's fitting now. Anchor. Enter here more or less. Nice. I will place this more or less to here and this point to here. You need to control and really control. I will not not focus on the very small details. Alright, I will just make this, let's say, in a way that it is effective for this string. I can make this a bit more distorted to like this. And what's important here, it is to make the test for the negative and positive space. So if I make everything that I have right now, you see, hold on. If I make everything that I have until now in silhouette, you need to check the negative and positive space. So can you see that there are conflicts happening here over this text? So I need to make sure that we have a positive space going on here, an area that can make your design breathe even more. So I'm making this and following this a bit more, because this will make your design readable in this area. So if you get this tip, if you make this design like that, you're gonna lose the readability of your text. So you need to manage to have control over everything that you are doing. Okay, we are experimenting text. I personally would not apply the text, but I'm doing the text here with you because I want to show you to show in terms of teaching you. Okay, so we are adding more challenge for you to learn here, but I personally would not add text. I would keep it simple, but let's do this here as well. I'll make this like that, and here like this, following. At least if you make like that, it's gonna doesn't work very well perhaps. you need to follow the flow of lines. So if you have a line like this, you need to follow as well the same size. Now the visibility is working much better right now. As you see, our visibility here over the text is conflicting with the shape in the middle. And how we can solve that? Well, there are many ways that you can solve these problems, okay? There are many ways. But I personally would make this area more visible. How? We need to find the answer. There's no secret answer to get the best result. What you need to do is to test. Only to test. Perhaps I can duplicate this and then I can use, look at this. I could use the knife tool just to split this design in two parts like that. And then I can remove, for example, let's, for example, this one, there is an error. Let me just delete this one here just to check. I've duplicated because I want to have a backup, okay? That's why I duplicated. So as you see, I have removed the error in the middle and make this even more clean. But as well, look at this, we have this conflict of this shape going on here, the rope. So you always need to adapt, but you also can have different shapes, but you need to make sure that this doesn't abuse the readability of your design, okay? This cannot be busy. This is what is important that way. So first, let's make this in gray. I wanna go in gray. Why? Because in gray you can focus now and make the shadings helping you to accomplish what you want. That case, I will perhaps make this onto here. Perhaps I would even remove the rope, because when you are creating designs, let me just group everything, okay? You always will test, and sometimes you need to sacrifice some elements. One of the biggest mistakes that I see beginning people doing when they are creating anything, all right, it's not only about logo designs or in everything that is visual, is that they are afraid to delete things. Don't be afraid to experiment new approaches. So here I have this design. Let me reduce this into here. I'll duplicate. So when you have two options, like I like to call this as A and B test, N and B test. When you have these two designs, okay, let's say this one I will not have text, and then I will get back this normally, like that. Oh, sorry, let me detach the the symbol because I don't want to move another one. And then another one we have the as well this, just to make the variation A/B test. So I will need to sacrifice this element in the middle if I want to have text. Okay, basically I need to sacrifice. If you want to make the text alive in there, you need to sacrifice some elements, because if you don't do that, it's going to abuse the visibility. I want to know from you which one you want to go with, the one that have text or the one that have a rope here. I'd like to know in the comment section right now on the chat. Comment here, which one do you want to see me polish more, A or B? Okay, of course this is very personal. I don't want to let you know that I don't want to inform you that there is the best one, but it depends about the communication, right? This one here is maybe a kind of snake, is a kind of Sonserina design, but look at this. You could make this very simplified as well. I can make this with more I'd say negative and positive space, the rope here as well, and improve this a little bit more. I could do this, make this like that, and here I will add a small shape to represent this going up and down. And then just, I'm polishing this meanwhile, just to show you how you can do. I will use the knife tool just to do this. Look, knife tool is incredible for this purpose. You see why? Here, here, and here. And there you go. What I will do, select all these guys that I have, press E, and there you go. Look, my friend, look at this, my friend. What I did, it is to use the knife tool. I've just split the shape into small parts, and then I've used E, which is the I've used the knife, and then I'm using the contour tool to do this. And then let's make this more visible. It can be like that. Here as well, same technique. And I will go in this and this. Make this more like that. Yeah. I have 3 shapes, E, and do this. Look at this. Here as well, I will use the knife tool and split this into parts. Let me see which one. This direction I think is better, like that. And select all shapes. Selected, E, reduce. You see? This one, I think that could be more simplified, perhaps. When we are creating designs like that, it's always important to test. Okay, there's not a singular way to do things. That's why I love to work with art. Art is very, there are many ways to do. It's infinite. Okay, and because people are different, there are many ways that you can accomplish a design. I like this as well. This text, it can fit very well in a bar. And well, let's do this. You are seeing here the silhouette getting this result. Nice. And this one I will apply again. Look at this. I will insert inside, but let me deactivate the sync. Yeah, now I will design the middle detail from scratch on here. I will make something like this. I was thinking about duplicate this, but I'm doing this manually because I want to have a chance to change something in the way that I feel like it's gonna be nice. Adding this shape is adding more depth to the design. This is adding more depth. When I mean depth, it is a kind of form. It's giving more form to the 3D way. Here I'm thinking about adding, let's try to do this. I'm doing this totally by my mind. So I don't know the result, the end result. It can be bad or good, because I have just 1 hour to do this with you. I have just 1 hour, so bear with me if things are not perfect. Okay, bear with me. Like this, it's fine. It's good in this way. And then I'm considering to make this a bit more smaller. Yeah. Also, I will add here in this area a triangle. Remember to add this right here, like that, and adding a bit more shapes to it here. This shape will add a bit more. Oh, look at this. We are adding a bit more forms to it. Here, I will do this same. That case, I will add something like this. It can work well. Now, I will add more shapes here. And then I will add a circle here in this area. I think it's gonna be nice in this way. Good, good. My friend, leave it a like because I will know if you are enjoying the lesson. And then I'm considering to add some highlights to it. I'll add, look at this. You'll see what I will do. I'll make this in white and push this to top like this. This as well. Honestly, I'm not using shape builder to make this, but I think that it could make the job easier to have more symmetrical shapes. But I'm doing this manually because I feel like that's good. Not a big deal to change this manually. Here, make this more in gray. Okay, and now this area I will add a circle right here in the middle. But before we progress, with this area, I want to make sure that we start to merge the shapes. Guys, as you see, this will be very important for you to understand how this is working. I have here the symmetry, all right? So if I change one shape, it's change others, like that, okay? This is happening because of the symbol tool. What I want to do, it is to merge them, to merge the part 1 with the part 2. This one here, the part 2, which is the flipped one. Let me group this, you see. And I will detach this, which means that it's going to be removed from the symbol, okay? Remove it. And then I will start to bring all these elements here below. Let me duplicate this just to have a backup. And I will detach this. Very good. Right now, what I have here, pay attention, right? I will explain detailed for you so you understand what I'm doing. I have here this side and this side here. What I want to do is to merge, is to make it, together. Hello, Alcatraz. Welcome, my friend. This is a kind of, it's a tricky process. Okay, not easy, I will tell you, it's not easy, but you need to do this. This side that I have here, I need to select this with this one, and then I need to merge. How to merge? There's one lesson that I teach you how to merge here on this YouTube channel. It's free, you can watch in there. If you don't know how to merge, right, just click here, it's gonna merge. As you see, this detail has disappeared because when you merge, it's delete what is included inside. So let me bring this outside, and then I will merge, and then I will get back those elements that was inside here back inside again, like that. Very good. Now they are measured. Can you see? It's measured now. Same here on top. Like I said, it's a trick, okay? I will select this, selected, good. I will select now this one, is both selected, and merge. Click here, boom, merge it, it's together. Okay, because before it was separate, now it is one single shape. Good. And now I want to select this one. I want to subtract. I want to make this subtract, and we have this result. It's called Boolean. Okay, these options here on top is called Boolean. Boolean will add, subtract, and there are others that is not relevant. Make sense? Let me know in the chat if this was clear for you. Let me know, because I will know that you are following and we are aligned to my explanation in the way that I'm explaining. So here I will start to make this a little bit small because I think it's too big. Anchor. Nice. And here from this point we can start to polish more this anchor. Okay, how? You see. Well, I will add more shapes to it. Just simple ones. Just simple one. Here I'll make this dark. Be dark. Let's try to make this like that just to see. I'm doing in negative and positive space. You understand as I do here. The symbols, I don't need this anymore. And look at this. I'm starting to add some lines. You'll see why. Because I need to check the quality of my line. Okay. And remember, once you merge the shape, you cannot, let's say, Jhon, I want to change this side. We will not change another side. Forget about this. The symbol is not, let's say, active anymore. Okay. This is what happens. Let me check here. Is there a formal guide or formal size to follow if you want to design a logo? I'll be honest with you. You are working with vector, right? You are working with vector. So you can resize this. So you don't need. I'm using here this key FAD, which is the 4K display. The page width, it is this one. 4K display. Alright. Anyway, you can always resize in vector. Okay, you can always, I will do this. So, okay, you can always resize. So, I always use in 4K, that case. Because if I want to use the painting somehow, it's, simple. I hope this explains very well what I mean. Here, I will paste, and then I'll make this black. Can be black. And then I will start to have some nice results here. This one I'm considering actually to not apply it here, but instead I'm going to do in opposite way. Let me check here. Let me duplicate this to, let me check, for example, here. Seems interesting to do this. To have a kind of shape here it brings this area less flat. I don't want to have this very flat. And guys, trust me, if you are doing logo designs or things that it needs to be very simplified, make sure to use the black and white technique, because by doing that you'll be able to reveal the negative and positive space. Okay, there are some details that I am not fixing a lot in terms of having a perfect line. Okay, but make sure always to fix this in your time. And here I'll add a new line that's gonna be below of this area, and let's apply here just to see. Now things becoming interesting. The negative and positive space. Here below. I like this detail here because it's making more visible. And this one, let me check here. In gray. I think gray, we can start to introduce the gray. 3 colors is fine. And here, look at this. I will do this. I will insert a new shape in this area. As you progress, you start to understand more your concept. At the beginning, it's kind of, everything is being built. It's kind of hard, for the beginning to. Now, as I have the shape, now I can see the language, the archetype, even better, of the style that I want to reach here. This will be in the middle. Yeah. Like this. And look. It's becoming very nice now with these small extra details in the middle. Okay. Same here. I will duplicate this guys here, flip, make sure to follow this line, and I'm considering to do this. Look, I will duplicate this, and then I'll apply the shape builder tool for this purpose here. Look, now shape builder works very nice for this purpose. What I'm doing at this point, it is to have the shaping there. I like, can you see that I'm zooming in, zooming out a lot of time because I want to refresh my mind over the decisions. All right. Look, just to let you know, I'm using the version 2.0. I've tested, the version 2.1, the recent one that they released, but there is a bug that it's really annoying with me, and in terms of selecting the panel here, it's not working the way that I want. Anyway, I'm not using the version 2.1, the beta, because there is this issue that I'm not finding very good to work with. I believe we fix this really. But the version 2.0 now is not crashing anymore. I don't know if they got any update, but I'm starting to enjoy the version 2.0 compared to some months ago, honestly. Okay, but I hope that they will start to make it better and not make hard to work with. Here we go, and let's add this one. Guys, look at this. I have this shape, right? And I will do something very nice. You see here, I will add this circle, this one. I will duplicate this, and then I will split this in the middle. You see, first of all, make this in different color, like that. So look at this. For the shape builder technique, I will select these three shapes that I've just added, shape builder tool, and then I will select all of this and delete, and then I have this result. Then I can press E and make this smaller, and I can control this one. Nice, very nice. Same for this one, I guess. Let me place this shape here below. This one. Look, I will add a triangle, make this in black. Now I'm getting what I want. I'd say that if I explain in just one single row how our design performance works, perhaps I'm concerned to make this in black. Let me check. I will remove. No, I know what I will do. I will do this. I will make this black. I will duplicate, and then I will do this. Select this both shape builder, and then I will delete this. Look here. Who did the donation? My friend Alcatraz. Come to me, my friend. I want to thank you a lot. For I always know. I become speechless when you do this kind of stuff, my friend. Really, I want to thank you so much in the very deep inside of my heart for this contribution. Right? It's really meaningful to me. Really, thank you so much. My life here is not being easy, my side, but thanks. Anyway. Here I will delete this and delete this one. Okay, good. And now I have here this line. I will expand this, and then I will apply here. I will just fix this. Yeah. Now I have this detail that it is really very great, as you can see. Nice one. Also, I'm considering to make this in black. I like it, these two colors basically. The only downside of using the 2.0 after when you are working, it becomes a bit laggy. So you need to reset the app. But other than that, it's becoming simple and easy. Here I will subtract as well, just to clean up this one and delete. Whoa, here we go. I think that we can make it simple, can keep it simple. Our our logo design here. Oh, remember that we made another option, but we are sticking with this one. Okay, I think that this explains very well some of the decisions concepts. As well, I will duplicate this. I'm considering to make like that. Let me. Like this. I will subtract now. I love the shape builder for this purpose because I can delete and have this design here. Okay, I'm considering if I will keep this. Check. I think I can delete. Yeah, keep it simple. Okay, small shadow here and big shadow here. So this side here there are more shadows, and this one there's few shadows, not many one. Make sense? Yeah. Just to let you know that you can join the club if you want to support and get more lessons. Okay, we have a lot of lessons in there, and every month I remove some lessons from the YouTube, and after that it's not available anymore and never more on the YouTube channel. There are many incredible lessons that I did in the past here on the YouTube channel. Many incredibles that I just removed from YouTube and is available on the Vectorize Club. Okay. Also, I have the masterclass course available. All right. We are still waiting for a stable version for iPad. I'll be honest with you, I'm not using the iPad a lot at this moment, because I still need to get used to the new interface, and I've been working more on the desktop side. I'm enjoying more the desktop instead of using the iPad. Let me see here. If yes, let me see here. More questions? Do you guys have questions? And thank you so much again, Alcatraz, for the contribution. It means a lot for me, my friend, really. And feel free, alright, to if you need any help. Before we go, that's the review here. Okay, the design from the Vectorize Club. I'm not receiving a lot of designs, just for a few of them. So the past week I did a review for Vela, Vela designs regarding this. I told her about the hair that we could simplify more, and she did the new design, which is this one. I love it really. The details here, it's really matching with the style that you are building in terms of the shapes, and it's really fitting our harmony. I call this as harmony, right? So you did very well job. Congratulations for applying this and for the efforts. This was done by Nikki. I don't know if she sent on my direct message, but I know I got from the club. I really like the colors that you used, for the skin tonalities here as well. I saw that you have applied not one single color for the skin. There are more red tones, which is great. Well, the only thing that I would apply here, it is the perspective for the eyes, because if we flip, we can start to see some kind of, let's say, things that you can start to apply. For example, if I paste here, get used to do this, flip your design, so you see that you can apply here this area more aligned to here. So this eyes here and this one are here. I will release next week, I think. Yeah, one lesson about heads. It's gonna be awesome because I will teach you how you can make proportions for the head, things like that. Anyway, it's good job. Just focus on the proportions to align them. Okay. Next one. Vela, also for the past week we did the turtle, the baby turtle. And here she did that. I love the textures. Guys, Vela is doing all the challenges. All right, Vela and Tick and Down. The most students here. Guys, please do the exercise. all right, because I would be happy to see what you are doing there. But anyway, I love these sparkles textures, all right. Even that, if there is, let's say here, a shading, a soft shading, and there is a textures, it creates a kind of, it's contrast. There are contrasts between textures. So you add a texture here, which is nice, which is a pattern, really, really good. But what I will do here is to make this area dark, because you add a shadow here, but there is no dark here. So you need to make the negative and positive space, add dark here, perhaps more here as well, and like this. So something like that. And you can add some kind of small lines here, just to add perhaps here. Yeah, other than that, all good. Here, just the side, I think is perhaps you can interrogate the eyes here, because you have a body pointed in, let's say, cube like that. But what's gonna be nice if you, I think, right, it's not a must, but an eyes here in the side, because it's too looking like that, too 2D in terms of perspective. Oh, good. Anyway, Tick did that. I like this detail that you made here, but the only thing that I would try to focus more at is the lines here. You did the green line that it is, I think it's fading too much the readability. Be careful with the colors in these strokes. Be careful, because if you do that, it makes too busy. This green here is kind of very too restrained for the eyes. So I would remove this. Or make this darker, not very vibrant. And let me flip as well, because I think that you also could give a chance to make the shapes more readable in regards the proportions. If I flip this, I will start to recognize that you could add more volume to the eyes. It is too sharp. I think that you can bring more. Let's say here, this highlight is too soft. You can add a flat highlight. This blue as well in the green, it's a kind of too saturated. Try to make like this. Let's say you add the blue. All right, you want to add the blue. Okay, let's say you want to have this blue here, gradient, and then you have something that changes tonality. Don't always use one single blue like that. This blue here, it's so that it can make the visibility not very readable. So make something like this. Duplicate, make it dark, duplicate, white, make it here, duplicate, then transparency, and that will be fine. It'll be fine like that. Okay, here, and then duplicate here, duplicate, apply this here. There you go. That's fine here. And then you place in there. Let's duplicate. You can apply, and of course change the shape of the eyes here. I'm just doing this over just to express what you can focus on. Like this. If you want to make the eyes bigger, the nose, just make it big. Okay, just make it big. But this is what I would do. Okay, makes sense, my friend. I hope that you enjoyed. Oh my gosh, my knees hurt because I'm standing. Why I'm doing here 1 hour standing here. I'm getting old. Guys, let me check here the chat before I close this. Can I find the club link in your Instagram? Yeah, I think so. I think so. There is a club link. The club link, it is this. www.vectorizeclub.com. Okay. Check here. Yeah, it is available in the description below, right? Available as well on the description below, the club link. Guys, I truly hope that you enjoyed this lesson. Also the feedbacks. You can send it to me on the direct message on Telegram. All right, there is a link on the club. You access the website, and there is a direct message to me on the Vectorize website. So basically, you can send to me here. For example, let's say that you are sending it to me in my chat, so feel free. Okay, and also I show you some of the notifications on the club as well, and the channel, Vectorize channel. Okay, guys, really thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate everything that you are doing, and this was the result that we did. Okay, thank you. It was very simple one, meaningful, mainly because of the PDF. I don't know if I explained about it, but I can leave this to the next week, because I was so focused that I forgot to explain this. No worries. I will make this PDF as well available. Do you want to download this PDF on the club, the Telegram? I will make it available to you. So as well, I'll export this lesson on the club in PDF, so you can download in there. Okay, only for members, because members are supporting this to make happen. Thank you so much, brother, and see you the next week. Just to let you know, I will have a trip, and I will make some pre-record videos to not leave you without tutorials. Thank you, and see you next week. And bye bye. Take care.